Welcome back. Online dating during a pandemic can be a challenge, but that didn't stop our next guests from finding each other, even if they were at opposite sides of the country.
Yeah, we have a real love story here, all thanks to the social media app TikTok. Josiah and Natalie decided to meet face-to-face after months of chatting online, instantly becoming viral sensations. Here's a recap of how they met.
So I know this is going to sound crazy, but I just flew across the country to meet a girl that I met on TikTok to help her drive back to her home in Miami. Here's the story. One of my videos came up on her For You page. She went to my Instagram, I saw her picture, and I was like, she's cute. So I stalked her page pretty hard and then slid into her DMs. We started texting a lot, and then I finally asked her on a FaceTime date, which I got pretty dressed up for. And then we talked a lot. We talked for a few hours every day for the next few weeks, and I was falling pretty hard. I secretly messaged her sister to see if I could send her a few of her favorite snacks, including an old hoodie I wore on a first date. She loved it. We kept talking, and then she was going to come back to Miami to stay with her family, and I had the idea, what if we go on a road trip? What better way to get to know somebody than drive across the country with them? She thought about it and said okay. I made sure to call her parents and let them know I would take care of their daughter, got a haircut, packed my bags, set my alarm, got in the car, thanks again, Mom, and drove super early to the airport. So here I am, going to meet a girl I met on TikTok in the middle of a pandemic. There's a lot of thoughts going on inside my head, and I know that maybe it won't work out, but maybe it will. Either way, we'll have a great story to tell.
Wow.
And they certainly do have a great story to tell, and they're about to tell us, Josiah and Natalie, all the way from Florida. Join us on the line now. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, guys.
They're loved up, aren't they?
So,
can you hear us all right, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, OK. So we're familiar with dating online. That's par for the course these days. But dating via TikTok is not necessarily one of the obvious or now traditional ways of meeting someone. So, Josiah, you are particularly active on TikTok, and Natalie followed you. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. I had a couple videos that went viral, and she happened to see one of them, and yeah, and now we're here.
So, as we saw in your story, you spoke for a couple of hours every day. You did the very cute thing of sending her a care package with some of her favourite things, etc. Good man, Josiah. That was a nice little touch. That. So, and then it develops and develops, and you eventually then make the trip. So, pick up the story from there. Then, so talk to us about the first time you actually met.
Oh, I was like freaking out.
Yeah, I wasn't nervous at all, like before the trip, because we had been talking so much that I thought it was.
We already knew each other.
Yeah, I was excited to go see her, but when I landed in the airport, I got so nervous. I went to the bathroom. I put deodorant on. I brushed my teeth.
We showered.
I got really nervous then because it was like, what was the first thing I was gonna say? Yeah. And so, but weird. Yeah, she pulled up in her car and she got out of the car and then we hugged. And then after that, it was
kind of like a shock factor because you're just like, I'm not seeing you through a screen anymore.
Yeah.
I'm seeing you in person.
And
kind of weird.
as we were driving away, I just kept looking over, like, is this real life? Like, we've been talking across the country for forever, but we were together, and it was great.
Because it's one thing talking, virtually via digital, Skype, whatever it might be, but it's a different scenario when you're face to face. So were you even more delighted to meet each other and all your expectations were delivered?
I'm just kidding, no. Yes, absolutely, and more.
Yeah,
and more.
It was great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And as you said, Josiah, what better way to get to know somebody than drive across the country with them? How was the road trip? And we're painting a very rosy picture here, but were there any moments where you thought this wasn't a good idea, or was it just love and roses all the way across America?
No,
not really. The road trip was actually really, really fun.
Yeah, it was an amazing trip.
Yeah, when we didn't really have anything planned along the way, because like a lot of some of the stuff was shut down. So the first day we stopped just south of the Grand Canyon, we went and saw the sunrise the next morning, which was beautiful.
That's where he asked me to be his girlfriend. We had our first kiss.
Yeah, but like we got along great. We were listening to music. We talked a lot still. It kind of was the same as over FaceTime, but...
Yeah, we didn't get bored of each other.
Yeah.
Even being hours in the car together.
Yeah,
and never mind meeting each other. What about meeting the families? Tell us how that went, guys.
That was like fun too. So when I pulled up to her house, I met her sister in California. She had been staying with her sister, so I met them, her and her family, the first time. So I met them, and then we stayed with her aunt in Houston on the drive back. And then when I pulled up to her parents' house, they were like lined up in the street, and they had signs, and they were like dancing.
And the day before we went on the road trip, he called my parents.
Yeah.
So he had already.
So I talked to them a little bit, and because I called them, they were like, I got on a good
Yeah,
first
they
foot with
really-
them. So yeah, they're a lot of fun,
And meeting his family,
Yeah,
they're awesome too.
Yeah.
But it's so many of them, so I was a little nervous. I mean, he's one of 7.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I was
you know what,
oh,
guys, and Josiah, particularly to you, excuse me. I mean, this is a very modern love story, but from what you're telling us, you sound like very much a traditionalist. You know, you rang her sister to make sure find out what her favorite things were. You called ahead, spoke to her parents and Natalie's parents. You sound like a traditional romantic at heart, and clearly you are.
Yes.
Yeah, I am. I don't know. I've always been a romantic like that, and then my parents, I could never date somebody if I didn't call their dad first. So they
were actually mad that you didn't call sooner.
yeah, instead of the day before. But yeah, they raised me to do that, and so I've only done that.
But I'm telling you what, Josiah, you have set the romance bar very
was
high.
just about to
How,
say.
in the name of all that is good and holy, are you going to follow that for over the next couple of years and through your relationship? I
Yeah.
mean, what's down the road for you guys? Or are you just going to take it each day as it comes?
Yeah, we've just been taking every day as it comes. We've been spending a lot of time with each other's families, which has been great. And
Just going back and forth.
yeah, and I am excited for the future. I don't know what it holds, but I'm excited.
And I know we're seeing wonderful pictures and footage of your journey and your relationship and the romance between you. It's all gorgeous. Do you ever just not use TikTok or document an experience or an outing or even a day or two?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. We don't. Yeah, we like to. I mean, because people are interested in our story, we like to just keep people updated because
share
so many
it.
people were like messaging us and like saying how they're like so invested in our relationship. So we like to show some stuff, but obviously there's some things that we
Put the phone down.
yeah, and enjoy each other's company and just kind of get away. So it's.
But Natalie,
we try to find a good balance.
Natalie, is there a message there for everybody else? You know, because online dating, it used to have a lot of bad press. And we have a shout out this morning in the show asking people how they first met because we knew we were going to be talking to you guys. And some people were texting in and saying, I'm proud now to say that I met my wife online or my husband online. It doesn't have that cloud over it anymore. And you guys are, the postcard for that message. I mean, is there something you want to say to people about, particularly during a pandemic? Go for it. Online dating is there. Use it.
Take that risk and also don't settle. I know it's like really rough out there and it's easy to get bored and lonely and stay with whoever you're with, even if they're not treating you right, but wait for the person that's going to treat you with the love and respect that you deserve. I think I caught a good one.
I think you did. I think you did.
I think you're both very happy with each other. And it's lovely to see it, guys. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us on Ireland AM.
Yes, thank
you, guys.
It's been a great.
Thank you, guys. Stay safe and look after each other. And hopefully, when all this madness is over, you might take a trip around the world and drop into
Come and
us
see
here in
us.
Ireland.
Oh, I would
We'd
love to.
do that.
I would
Well,
love
consider
to.
yourselves invited. We'll have the kettle on ready for you. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Stay all
Bye,
loved
guys.
up. Is every other couple in the country watching that going, oh, God, there's something missing from my romance, my
sitting there like
life. Look at each other.
I love it.
After the break, it's all about cozy autumn fashion. We're at the catwalk next.